creation of the Xepto LMS for the Muntinlupa Science High School helped all of us, the teachers as well as the students. And that is to ensure that learning continues even amidst the pandemic. With the content collaboratively put in place, the rigorous efforts of the faculty and the students in migrating the materials into the system, lessons were conducted in both modular and online modes. So content as well as both formative and summative assessments were made available to all the learners as long as they had internet connections. And for those who didn't have any or had difficulty with their connectivity, we made them available on portable mode. So these are still digital materials the students can access as long as they are able to submit their outputs online. They could do it using the learning management system provided for us by Xepto. For our face-to-face classes, since it is in place, the Xepto LMS is in place, we only have to enroll the students and make these materials are made available for them to learn from, and then for the formative assessment so that they can ensure or the students can check whether they have learned the competencies provided or the competencies targeted. So there would be assignments that could be done on the Xepto LMS, or some remote activities they could do, as well as, of course, collaboration, which you can do via workshop and via forum. So there would be a lot of possibilities that we can still make use of the features we have on Xepto LMS, even as we conduct our classes, our face-to-face classes. So we still have a lot of schools, perhaps due to their distinct or different arrangements or challenges, distance learning is still applicable. So the flexibility that it provides us and flexibility of the materials can actually give us a good preparation, or could provide us with materials, and that could aid us in delivering our teaching and delivering our classes. Aside from the accessible and interactive content, usually created utilizing H5P, we still have the assessment materials which the students can use. The teachers can adjust or customize based on the needs of our learners. And whatever we have set, and as long as so that we can make our learning or our materials relevant to the experiences of our learners, we can actually do some editing, adjustments, or customizing so that this will be utilized or will become significant and relevant to the learning of our students. Probably availability of platform like this kind, like lessons could be delivered via the LMS itself, bigger storage for more interactive content. Once we have more interactive materials, we will need bigger storage for the learning management system itself. Likewise, come up with some features that could fit the different levels of capacities of the teacher, right? Of the teachers in utilizing it. That we get some beginner phase, and then for the advanced stage, something like that. I know that you have designed already for that, but I'm hoping that it could still be accommodated, right? Making it very inclusive. Going back to face-to-face classes is tough, and there are a lot of things that we normally have done before, and we can do without now. So I think the challenge is to keep trying, and it will always be tough and demanding at the start of anything we engage in. There are three things, though, that we need to be mindful of as teachers. First one is acknowledge we are not superhumans. Our imperfections will allow us to hope. As long as we live, we also grow and thrive in our capacities. Sometimes we fall down, sometimes we get frustrated, but we just keep on trying. The next one is, once we acknowledge, the next point perhaps is to the second A, appreciate. To remember that it's a gift. Everything that we have are all gifts. And as a gift, it's also an investment from our end. Since it's a learning tool, then we have to invest. And thanks to those who believe in us and continue to help us to become better each day. So they get to the Xepto team, for example, keep on appreciating the capacities of teachers for the efforts done by the teachers to fully embrace the use of this technology, not only for ourselves, but also for our students. Not now, but in the coming years, for generations. The third A is affirm. All the surmounted struggles become blocks, forming the cornerstones of our being, our character, of our union with all other teachers, struggling, thriving. And whatever we have attained, once acknowledged and appreciated, celebrated, and shared, will all become our legitimate strengths. We again are now embracing the significant updates we have happening in our K-12 curriculum, which underscores the full inclusion of technology within and across content areas. And so going back to our traditional face-to-face classes practices is not the only option to survive in our classes. The only way, I think, is to, yes, move forward. But as we move forward, we bring along the strengths of our children, of our students, the digital natives who are techie. And so as we embrace, we also keep in mind that our learning engagements, episodes should be as enjoyable, as interactive, as more advanced, and as we explore. And once we explore and keep on experimenting how these same things can be explored by our students, it is surprising that we learn. We learn continually from our students themselves. So we just have to open our minds, open our hearts, because in all these things happening right in front of us and things that we encounter each day, we really learn. This only affirms that we are also learners. When we learn, we share our learning, and I think that is a way to fulfill our mission. Just keep hoping, dear teachers. Just keep hoping that we can make it and we can do it and get there together. Thank you.